Hey everyone, this is Wistful Dale here, and it has been a minute since I last uploaded to this channel, and I'm going to explain to you folks why exactly. this this week and last week have been overly stressed, folks. It has been utterly crazy because all right. So recently I've just gotten over a stomach bug, just recently, I've gone over having a stomach bug, which is never fun, but it happened. So that happened earlier this week, which was lovely. I also had to deal with some dental work, with some, crowns and everything mainly. I still need to go back for my fillings, which is, it is what it is. But one of the crowns has been too high, so I had to get that trimmed. I still need it trimmed, but that's kind of easy peasy. I have a permanent crown that decided to fall off, which was which was fun, not because all that nerve is exposed and everything. I call it a naked tooth, basically, because all of that, I've got what it's called, but that armor, that armor plate and all of this other stuff and everything that your tooth normally has. Because in order for them to, get a crown on you and everything, they have to take off all of the armor and stuff and put in a crown in order for it to like fit and everything. So basically, with that silly post I made with the I had to, and everything, that's basically the naked tooth there as I call it, and it's like very sensitive and shit, and even just breathing in, gently, it's pretty damn sensitive, so that was kind of fun. Dealing with that for a little bit, but also the crown, because I have a crown up front here, if you folks recall. I don't know if you folks can really see it. That guy there. I have a crown though, and it decided to fall off, which was just rude. So, anyways, that guy fell off, and so I held on to it, and I came back, and it turns out that that crown doesn't fit exactly correctly. So my dentist, she used an extra strong glue to keep it on, which is fine. Has been working so far. It's not like the biggest deal, but just a little minor inconvenience, just another stuff to add on top. Another thing is too is that I've had a freaking lot on my mind, especially with the state shit, So, as you folks recall before and everything, I told you folks before on my state stuff that I'm going from SSI to SSDI, and how that's really been a huge toll and pull on me and everything. So finally, that's getting resolved. We finally have a clear, or at least a clearer map of what's going on by next month and everything, which is also why I told you folks, I think in my last video, that I'm going to start working on Mondays, or at least aiming towards working on Mondays. Because I want to be more useful at my work, because I'm only doing two jobs, not two jobs. Thank God I'm not doing two jobs, holy shit. I generally feel bad for folks who really need to do two jobs to keep a living because all economy in America is complete utter dog shit. Like it really is, folks. Like it is so fucking ridiculous. It is nothing like it was even back in the early 2000s. Not to say that things weren't hard back then or whatever, but it's like the economy now and stuff. Like it's just not the same, man. So thank God I'm not doing two jobs. No, what I'm doing is two shifts. Is what I meant to say. I'm doing two shifts. So I work at a grocery store, as you folks know, and I've been working there for over 5 years now. And I not plan on moving or changing my position in that job anytime soon because I'm comfortable with it. I know what to do, and I'd rather stick to that personally, at least for the time being, for a long while, than to learn something new, whatever. At least for the time being, and for a while and everything. And I work on Saturdays and I work on Saturdays and Wednesdays, which is why when I kind of figure out what the frick is actually going on, with me and everything within the state, what I can do and shit, I plan on adding Mondays over to working. At least hopefully, fingers crossed, because that way I have like a pattern, because I can do, Saturdays, day off, and then Monday, day off, and then Wednesday, and just kind of, go from there and everything, because I don't know if I can do a back to back daily with working, because I used to do Sundays, and that eventually really took a toll on me, because I would fall asleep just to work again. It kind of felt like school in some way. But anyway, I don't want to keep this video too long and everything. I am definitely probably going to be back next week and everything. I just want to give you folks a little update of what's been going on and why I haven't been making videos. If you folks have seen my posts and everything, you obviously know, why, because I've been sick and everything. And plus, yeah, this Wednesday was really bad. I had to call it off, because I was just under the weather and everything. And they said that I need a doctor's note, which I was like, you know what, okay, fair enough, because I've had a stomach bug and I, vomited and everything. My dad sees it weird why I need a doctor's note, but I personally could really give or take. I mean, it's a fucking grocery store, I'm with a lot of people and everything, a lot of customers. We have food products or selling products and everything. And you know what? It's just safety protocol. So I don't know what my dad's deal is personally with him saying that he just sees it. And I don't know. Maybe it's just the old generation, whatever. But I personally don't really see it, because it's just, because I did have, I did vomited and it was, quite a bit that following morning and everything. So I called them, not the following morning. I called them. It was on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, and Tuesday was pretty damn rough. Same thing with Wednesday, but Tuesday was especially rough. Tuesdays where I got the most impact, because I was slow like a freaking old person in his 80s or 90s, and I just felt fatigued and everything. And eventually I felt more okay, but it's just super damn bored, trying to figure out my limits and everything. And plus, when I'm ill, I really do not feel like looking at my phone or a screen or whatever, because it's just oversaturation. The high colors, not really the bright colors, but the very colorful light or whatever, like it overstimulates the eyes and everything, and puts a lot of stress on them and everything, and that's way more sensitive when I'm not ill or not in the best of, you know health or whatever. So yeah, I don't even know what even happened, honestly, because I went to a noodle place with my staff, because I got dentist work done that night on Monday, and I just really had mac and cheese, and then after that, I got sick the following night after that, so I don't know what the beef was with that. But anyway, on Wednesday, I went over to the doctor, talked about him and everything, seeing what was going on. And he personally thought that it was just, a stomach bug, which I thought so too. But, you can never be too safe, then, you can never be too safe, but you can always be too sorry. I always say that. So, went ahead, got the doctor's note, and gave them to my work, so I'm good with working again and everything. And I'm finally feeling better now to where I can finally get back up on my feet, so that's very much a good thing. I plan on getting a. Excuse me. My throat's still kind of adjusting, so I haven't talking as much, but yeah. I plan on getting a haircut because my hair is pretty damn long. Kind of like getting like Fluttershy or whatever with her long hair. I'm getting like cousin Ed or whatever from the Adams family. Even with the short, because I'm short. But yeah, my hair was pretty damn long, so I really need a haircut, folks. Or at least a trim, but I want a haircut because it has been getting hot here and it's only March. Like, it is 80 degrees and it's only March, which tells me that July and August are probably going to be in the hundreds and tens, which I do not look forward to. I hate when it becomes Planet Venus mode out here in Utah. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so I want to get a haircut. I also want to get rid of this beard shape too, because I feel like it's better when I have a haircut and clean cut and everything when it's hot out, and in the winter time, I would prefer to have this more. But yeah, that's just me and everything. So yeah, overall, I am definitely doing better. If you folks couldn't tell, I'm talking and everything. Still a little bit under the weather, just a teensy bit, but I'm overall doing okay, and I feel like that's overall a great thing. And I plan on coming back, folks. Definitely Monday, either Sunday or Monday here. Also, I have a dental work on Monday, so I'll probably make a video on Sunday and then upload it to you folks Monday because I have a dentist appointment Monday and everything. I also have something else on Tuesday as well, finally, which is something I've really been waiting for. Finally going to meet my new staff and see what, she's like and everything, so we'll see how that goes. And plus, I got work on Wednesday and everything. So yeah, a lot of busy stuff. A lot of stuff being crammed in. So there may not be too much uploads this week, or at least this following next week, honestly. But I'm gonna make do with what I can for you folks. And plus, like I obviously said before in the past and everything, because I got a life, and I would rather take my time and just upload when I can than just try to constantly upload, for you folks, just constantly and everything without real meaning. But anyway, that's basically pretty much it for this video here. I just overall really just wanted to discuss with you folks of how things have been going. And things have been pretty damn rough, but I'm finally glad that things are finally starting to get back on track and everything. So anyway, folks, that's basically pretty much it for this video here. So with all that being said and out of the way, thank you folks all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe for more. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you folks don't miss out on a future video or post I make in the future. And that you can always be kept up to date with the channel here and everything. And lastly, if you have any requests or suggestions that you want me to go ahead and do, be sure to tell me down in the comments below. I'm gonna try my best to get things back on track here, folks. I'm not gonna make, every upload every week or whatever. God, no, I'm not gonna make every upload every day of the week. Is what I meant to say. But I am gonna do what I can, to go ahead and do at least the best that I can for you folks with the crazy schedule that I have and everything. At least it's nice out, but it is getting a bit too nice. But yeah. So anyway, that's basically pretty much it for this video here, folks. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all sooner or later. Bye-bye, everyone.